Hello everyone, it is I, Alan Jimenez, and today I'm going to explain why Skai Jackson needs to be stopped. First of all, who is Skai Jackson? Now look, that's a very good question, and I have an answer. Skai Jackson was a cast member of the Disney sitcoms Jessie and Bunked, by starring as the character Zuri, who, quite frankly, a lot of people did not like. She was on these shows along with her co-stars, which include Debbie Ryan, Peyton List, Karan Brar, and Cameron Boyce, who unfortunately died at the age of 20 on July 6, 2019 due to a seizure. She is at the core a child actress whose parents divorced at a very young age. This girl is very successful and she has an estimated net worth of $500,000. She's living the dream. Look, I am not jealous of Skai Jackson's success. In fact, I am very glad that she's successful for her age. I may not like her actions, I may not like her as a person, but at the end of the day, she is still human. She is a child actress. Most of her problems do stem from that. She is insanely privileged and will never have to work as hard as the average American, myself included. She has been sheltered and can barely take any criticism or accept responsibility. Regardless, she is not free from consequences, and if she gets sued over her actions, I will not have any sympathy for her, because what she did on her Twitter account is criminal. Skai Jackson has multiple social media accounts, but today we will be examining her Twitter account. The reason why Skai has been in the news lately is because she has doxed people she deemed to be racist, despite the fact that some of these people are middle and high schoolers. Now, do not get the wrong idea. I do not condone racism or discrimination of any kind. You can have your opinions if you want to, as long as you do not hurt anyone, even if those opinions are considered hateful. So according to this website, doxing is, and I quote, "Doxing is an old school hacker culture revenge tactic. It involves revealing and publicizing records of an individual, records which were previously private or difficult to obtain. When you dox a person and publish their contact details, home address, or identity online, you are publicly removing their mask, and this is something that is taboo in the infosec space. Those who dox others are usually vilified by their peers for it, and it is seen as a bad thing by our community. Doxing is very serious since it could end up ruining someone else's life and career, or even worse, ruin it before it even begins. Doxing is a felony." Skai had the intention to expose racists over the internet and other hateful people. Her intentions are overall morally good, but the way she handled things was pretty bad. She claims to be helping people, but what she is doing is not only downright cruel, it is evil. One of the minors that she doxed, and yes, she is doxing minors who, I repeat, they are young and dumb. One of these minors was named Dylan. She doxed this kid by leaking the name of the school he is attending this fall, as well as this kid's social media and phone number, which is considered doxing, which, by the way, is a felony. She claimed that she would only be sharing public information, which is a lie. She has potentially ruined this kid as well as the other people she exposed. Even better, she exposed the wrong Dylan. She got the wrong kid. Now, some of the people she exposed are old enough to realize that racism is wrong. I do believe that racists should face consequences, but leave minors out of that. They don't know any better. Most minors are complete idiots. Now look, I have met minors who they're pretty smart and mature for their age, but the majority are not like that. Now those minors might not even have a chance at life or have the chance to change for the better. What really ticks me off is that she is only going after white kids and not people of color who are also racist. I myself am a man of color. I have met Hispanics, which is technically an ethnicity, but that's a discussion for another day, blacks and Asians who are racist. People of color can be racist, whether you like to admit it or not. Once again, I am a Hispanic man. I am a man of color. So, if Skai is going to call out racists, then she better be calling out racist people of color as well. Except she's not doing that. She did end up doxing an Indian kid on her platform, which should make you think that she's also coming after people of color who are racist as well. You would be dead wrong. The Indian guy she doxed allegedly goes by the name of Usman. He made a post saying that India, the country he comes from, should worry about their own problems rather than focusing on issues going on in the United States of America. Personally, I really don't take offense to this since the guy does come from India. All he said was that his country should focus on his own country's issues. I really see no issue to this. Look at it this way. Why would you worry about another person's problems when you can focus on your own? I don't think that this guy is racist. And okay, let's assume that he did have motivation stemming from racism. Everything he said is still pretty reasonable, so even if his intent was evil, we really wouldn't know. I don't think anything he did was wrong. Anyway, Skai doxed this kid for saying India should focus on their own issues. Skai does not care about racism. She's only promoting a Black Lives Matter agenda and an anti-white agenda. Unfortunately, Skai has been praised for her actions, which arguably harm more people than help. Let's take a look at this clip from Clever News.
If you don't like it, if you don't support it, then obviously it says something about you yourself. In the back of my head, I was a little bit worried about it. Is this gonna harm me? But in my opinion, I feel like it's done more justice for me and other people.
Oh boy, it seems that this girl has gone on a power trip. Look, Skai Jackson believes that her actions are noble. She believes that she is the hero in this story, and I'm sure some people see her that way. But what she is doing is ruining people's lives, especially kids and teenagers who, quite frankly, don't know any better. Look, I am a Hispanic man. I am 16 years old, and I have faced racism before. And, I face discrimination. I've been called slurs such as wetback and beaner. Now, look, beaner is a slur used to belittle people of Mexican descent, which I am. And wetback is used as a slur against illegal Mexicans, which really makes no sense because I was born in the USA, not Mexico. But then again, people are dumb. I have specifically been called words like this at school. And if a friend calls me this, I really don't care because, they're my friends and it's usually in a comedic way. I do not tolerate disrespect though. There's a difference between disrespect and comedy. Now look, the other day I was going on a run when a group of 3 black girls called me a wetback and told me to go back to your country. Look, I didn't let it get to me. And I kept running because I went out for a run. I didn't go out there to cry about it, and I'm not going to cry about it. It really makes no sense to let something that doesn't affect me make me feel bad. Look, the sad truth is that people of all races, religions, sexualities, etc. can be hateful. The good news is that I live in the United States of America, and I have rights here. People that are racist or discriminate against certain groups do exist, but I cannot allow that to be what holds me back. You shouldn't let it hold you back either. I was not sheltered and I had to learn to just get over it. Hateful words don't faze me anymore. Look, it's easier to say this rather than, learn how to do this, but it is possible. I quite frankly do not care if people say the N-word or other racial slurs really, or just, slurs in general. Personally, I don't use the N-word, or any racial slurs for that matter, but if you do use them, I don't care. Whether you're white, black, Asian, Hispanic, Native American, etc. I don't care if you use these words. Now look, if you're being discriminated against, in the workplace and someone is, discriminating against you or harassing you, then of course that's another story. Obviously you can't have someone in the same office as you calling other employees the N-word or a wetback or something. And this includes white people. I don't think you should discriminate against white people either. Yes, white people can be discriminated against, and they themselves can also discriminate. People of all races can. If I'm at the store, the park, or on the internet, I have no reason to care if someone uses the N-word. In the workplace, that's a different story. But if I'm at the park, the store, or the internet, I don't care. It doesn't affect me. Now look, I truly believe that Skai Jackson has good intentions, but everything that she has done has really gone too far. She has committed a crime, that being doxing, and has potentially ruined the lives of minors. Rather than doxing these individuals, she could have messaged them and taught them right from wrong. I do not agree with Skai on the idea that no one but black people can use the N-word. I personally believe that the N-word is a word that people let themselves be oversensitive about. This goes for other slurs as well. You just can't get upset every time someone says a slur. You need to learn to get over it. Skai, you have been pampered and been given the easy life. You will never have to work as hard as most Americans. And yes, you are privileged. You have been living life pretty easily. You have been living life easy. You have not lived through the real world. Unfortunately for Skai, she is not free from consequences, just like the rest of us. She herself has been doxxed. and I do not believe that she deserves to be doxxed, but since she did dox people first, it's really hard to feel sympathy for her. You know how the saying goes, if you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. I would not be surprised if she gets taken to court over this stuff. Anyways guys, thanks for watching this video. I really was not planning on making this video since I've been working on a video that explores the philosophy of the Toy Story franchise. That will be my next upload. In the meantime, I will be actively working on that video. I really want to make more content revolving on my analysis on movies and TV that I enjoy. Although making an internet drama video was pretty fun, so who knows, I might make more of these drama type videos in the future. To end this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and if you want to know what I am up to, my Instagram will be in the comments. See ya everyone, and take care.